I still think it's a work in progress.
Mhm.
You know, when we two are out there, and they are, you know, he's been playing unbelievable. And I think it's just a work in progress. You know, I think we're getting better and better every day. I mean, I think you saw today or against OKC. You know, it's hard to win here. Number one team in the West for a reason, and we just, you know, we shared the ball. Everybody was getting open shots. So it's work in progress, but we're getting better and better every day.
It was interesting. I noticed, you know, OKC, so
every
handsy,
YouTuber
athletic. You know, they speed people up. They can't speed them up. Like, what's your take? Were you saying you have no speed?
Just don't show it.
But you handle all that pressure, and then you can dissect the team. Once that pressure breaks, now you're playing your game. Do you notice sometimes when he's able to just calm things down and
Work goes smoothly when you know the right steps. With Asana, you can coordinate tasks across teams and stay on track, so your team can spend more time celebrating wins. Try it for free at asana.com.
take charge?
No, like you said, I mean, it's always his pace.
Yeah.
And it's always been his pace. You know, it's never been a game be like, okay, well, you can speed me up. He can speed me up. Okay, this bigger guy can be more physical. Okay, the smaller guy can get up underneath me. It's like he moves at his own pace. And he's never, ever been on the floor where he's allowed someone to dictate where they're going to put him on the floor. It's always been the opposite, you know? And for us, when we all working off of that, we just got to stay ready. You know, obviously we've seen throughout his career, like there's plays and passes that certain guys that in the league history have ever been able to make, you know, and, you know, for us, we all just have to make sure that we continue to stay ready, especially when you're going against handsy teams, athletic teams that try to speed you up. We always have to keep our head on the swivel because you just never know. You just never know when the ball may find you. And that's a good thing. That's keeping the defense off balance. And that's a great thing to have that.
Yeah, you know, it's a great point. One of the, like, you guys are both incredible passers. One of the things about your passing game that I always really admire is the late pass. Like, did you do that as a kid? Or is that something you developed as you got older? But it's like, it's almost over. And then you go like almost 180 behind you to someone for three. Like, where did that come from? Like, is that something that you always did or it developed in time?
I think it developed during time. I don't think I did that as a kid.
Yeah.
I remember that. But just, you know, what I always said to my teammates, you know, once I go up, stay in your spot because I know where you were before. And then if I don't have any option, I'll pass it to you.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think it through time, you know, I don't think I did it as a kid.
But it's brilliant. I mean, you've made every pass there's been, and you obviously pass over people. But it's great because the natural kind of thinking of a defender is when you leave your feet is they kind of turn and they think, my guy's out of the play. I got to get ready to either rotate or
rebound or crash.
They've come in a little bit. And the ball's going over there. They can't get back out. So you know, but you can't do that without the vision, but also with your size. Yeah. I could make late passes, but my matrix of late passes was limited. You know what I mean? So you're able to make that high one over the top of the defense, catch them sleeping when they already think the play's over for them.
Yeah.
And so that's something that I really admire about your game. There's not a lot of people can do that.
I think that was during time, you know, just probably when I got to the NBA.
Yeah, not at Madrid.
I mean, probably some, but
not like this.
Not like this.
You know what I wanted to ask you, switching gears a little bit, is you come from a small country.
Yeah.
Beautiful country. I went there this summer. We were at the Goran Dragic retirement game.
Oh, yeah.
How'd I look out there on the court?
It was okay.
Pretty bad.
The soccer thing was better.
Soccer game was better?
Because it was small court.
Small. Yeah, that's true. But it's a beautiful country. 2 million people?
2 million people.
I mean, which makes it incredible. They won the European Championship, him and Gogi, and obviously everybody, but you two leading the charge. You now live in Los Angeles. How was that for you? Like the day you find out, like you're, you know, in a city that's bigger than your country. Yeah. You know, Southern California is like 30 million people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's overpopulated.
Right. Like how was that for you culturally to all of a sudden be like, oh man, I live in one of the biggest cities in the world?
Well, first of all, like this is the first city I play in that has an ocean. And I really like the ocean. So that was
nice.
First thing. I mean, after a couple of days, that was the first thing on my mind, you know. It's a lot. I like it very much. The only The only thing is the traffic, but
It's the fucking traffic.
But you're also you're quiet, you're unassuming, like it's Hollywood out there. Is that take an adjustment for you, or are you like, no, that part doesn't bother me?
no, not really. But like every time there's famous people, watching our game, sitting courtside. That's amazing to see, but not really, not that much.
The first thing I asked him a question is like, how you adjusting? He's like, I'm adjusting. I like the beach.
Yeah.
That's the first thing he said. I like the beach.
That made it feel okay.
I gotta go fishing.
Yeah. But it's a different pace of life.
Yeah.
A little bit. Traffic, like you said.
And I like to drive, so.
You like to drive. Have you gone and have you driven outside of LA at all yet?
What do you mean?
Like,
outside?
so for example, like I think what's cool about LA, we think about LA as a big city, but within an hour and a half, 2 hours,
Santa Barbara.
you go Santa Barbara, you San Diego,
Yeah.
You could go to the mountains,
Yeah, Orange County.
Orange County, you can go all over the place. Malibu, there's a million places to go within 2 hours, right? Ojai or all over the place. So, like you like to drive.
Yeah, but I didn't try.
You've
first place I would try was Santa Barbara, because I was there when I was 17 or something like that. I went to
P3.
Yeah, P3. So I really like that. It's peaceful.
Yeah.
I like
Beach.
it. Yeah.
Beach,
of course.
Quiet.
Some good wine out there too.
Like, right?
Great restaurants.
Little wine valley. It's like a little bit more like Slovenia.
Yeah, but I wasn't allowed to drink at 17, so I don't know.
In Slovenia, yeah.
You
18.
make up for it. You make up for it.
Steve, you always buy books, but I never see you reading.
Paperweights. Hey, do you mind getting this? Because I only have euros.
My pleasure, because I earn unlimited 2% cash back.
We split that.
No.
Unlimited 2% cash back. The Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card.
A diferencia de otras rasuradoras, la Big Flex 5 dura más. Tú trabajas muy duro. Mereces una rasuradora que haga lo mismo. Con 5 hojas recubiertas de titanio que duran más. Y así, cuesta menos. Big Flex 5 dura más, como tú.
This episode is sponsored in part by American Express. American Express knows that for an obsessive basketball fan like me, the playoffs mean a lot of travel time. Between broadcasting games and catching up with old teammates, I'm on the road almost every week, from Boston to LA and everywhere in between. After all these years, I've learned that the journey is as important as the destination. That's why I've always tried to find a spot to stretch, grab a coffee, and get my mind right before heading over to the arena. Fortunately, there's a card that makes every part of that journey better. With Amex Platinum, you earn 5 times membership rewards points on prepaid hotels and flights booked through AmexTravel.com on up to $500,000 on flight purchases per year. Plus, you get access to the Centurion Lounge, which makes travel that much more enjoyable. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. For more information, visit americanexpress.com/travel. Well, one of the things that I really want to talk about tonight is youth basketball development. We've all gone through it.
Yeah.
We've all had to build ourselves up as players. You now have 2 sons, one who's basically gone through it and the other one who's right in the middle of it.
Yep.
You grew up in Europe. I grew up in Canada. It always fascinates me how people develop and what systems. And so your foundation, the Luka Doncic Foundation, has obviously made this incredible study. You commissioned a study called Inside Youth Basketball, like 300 something pages, where for a month they studied how people are trained and grow up playing the game in Europe versus how they're trained and playing the game in the US, and trying to find out as many things as possible to help kids get better.
Yeah.
What inspired this for you?
I think just seeing like kids not pulling out of sports these days, more and more kids are pulling out of sports, just probably they don't have as much fun as I did when I grew up. So that's why we have a study in America and a study in Europe. So we're trying to combine the weaknesses and the strength together. So, the main thing was just kids to have fun playing basketball, especially when you're young. You want to have fun, not think about anything, just go out there and have fun.
So there's been a study that claims that 70% of kids quit youth sports by the time they're 13 because basically the joy is pushed out of it. Too much pressure, not enough fun. I'd love to know about your childhood. Like, how did you fall in love with basketball?
Well, for me, I wasn't good at any other sports except soccer. I was
okay?
Not like you.
I've seen your first touch.
Not like
bad.
you, but you know.
But I've also seen you hit a tennis ball.
Yeah, I was playing a lot of sports.
Yeah.
Tennis, soccer, and basketball were the main ones. I played even volleyball. I played. So it was fun just to do sports. And then I went outside. You know, like after school, I went outside every time just to play basketball.
Yeah.
Playing hoops from a young age, or playing anything?
Anything.
Anything.
Well, mostly basketball.
Yeah.
But
because your dad, Sasha, was EuroLeague.
Yes.
Played in the EuroLeague. Great player. So you obviously
he was okay.
He was okay. All right. Just making sure. But I mean, but that's also like my dad was a soccer player, so I grew up playing in the backyard playing soccer. It must have had an influence on you.
Yeah, for sure. Like I went to his games. You know, when I started like being ball boy. I was a lot of ball boy. In yearly games, I was ball boy for Olympia. So that's how I used my time to just get on basketball. They let us game. Before the game, halftime and after game, I was just shooting.
And what about you, LeBron? Like, what was the first moment when basketball came into your life and you're like, I love this?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know the exact moment, but, you know, I think I was able to watch it. You know, when I got to see some of the greatest that played the game, I was inspired by them. Like I was inspired by MJ and, you know, inspired, you know, by Anthony Penny Hardaway and Grant Hill and those guys. Like their sneakers inspired me. The commercials they used to do back then inspired me. And then, you know, just being outside, you know, I was always a kid that just wanted to play. Whatever it was. If we was playing tag, if we was playing football, if we was playing baseball, if we was playing football, basketball.
You played everything.
Everything, kickball. Yeah. You know, that was very popular in my community. Just running around and just exerting as much energy as possible till the lights, you know, in the street came on. It was time to get in the house. Like I just wanted to do whatever. And then I think once I got into like, you know, the youth leagues where it started being competitive, I actually loved the competitive nature of basketball. Yeah. You know, being out there 5-on-5 and we're playing for something. Yeah. You know, we're playing to see who could score the most points and win the game. Right. You know, and then ultimately it got to like, oh, if we win the majority of the games, we can win something. We win a champ, have a banquet and have medals and little trophies. Like that stuff inspired me, you know, because I watched, you know, NBA guys and college guys at the end of the season, they get to host a trophy or whatever. I thought that was pretty inspiring. So, you know, as a kid, you're just always inspired by the ones that's already doing it. You know, I think that was a big moment for me for sure.
It's funny you said the commercials. Like I didn't really start playing hoops till I was about 13. Like played hockey, soccer, baseball, lacrosse, all sorts of stuff.
You're good at soccer and tennis. I saw you.
Brunch. 90s brunch. In our 90s brunch. Get everything for every party on Amazon.
Youth suicide prevention can start before a crisis. Learn more at neverabother.org.
You know,
you still play tennis.
You said a little louder?
No, he's yeah. You still play tennis,
yeah, he's good.
Still love to play. That's the kid in me that never goes away, right? Like I still just want to be out there playing. It brings up like you know, I was gonna say though that like when I was 13, what really got me into basketball was Michael Jordan. Yeah. The first Air Jordan shoes, commercials with Spike Lee, just like you were saying. Like that stuff inspires you as a young kid. It's like a fun time to get into the game. But what I heard from both of you that I think is really important is you played informally.
Yeah, for sure.
You weren't playing on the playground. You were playing in the street. You're playing all the time informally. And it leads me to a topic here that I think the study really highlights is that, you know, especially in the United States, youth sports has been commercialized.
Keep the Run DMC fit.
Youth sports, so like this is my way of explaining it. You know, when I grew up, we played soccer and hockey and baseball, box lacrosse in the summer. And it cost you like $100 a season for each sport. Well, somebody,
like I'm 5'9.5", right? So
someone says, well, I need to make a business of this. Said, well, if I can sell the dream to the family, the little Sarah or Johnny, you know, they might have a chance to go somewhere with this, but they got to commit to this sport for the year at 6, 7, 8.
That's the worst thing you can do.
Right?
So
what happens
let's just
is
go down
now
the line here. I know everybody's got thoughts about the end of this chapter, and Shaq, start with you.
I'm the youngest here. It's been a great run. It's been an honor. Chuck, I love you like the older brother that I never had. And if you say something, I will whoop your ass one last time on this show right now. Ernie, you came to my house in 1989, 1991. It's a big honor. It's an honor for me to be sitting up here with you. Kenny, the way y'all embarrassed us in 94, 95, you and Akeem, you taught me what it was to be a champion. And
is it true you played the AAU game?
I'm glad we're sticking together. And like I said, even though the name changes, the engine is still the same.
As you know,
we new network we coming to. We're not coming to F around. Since this is the last show, I'm gonna say it. We're not coming to F around. We kicking ass, we taking names, and we taking over. Okay? I love you guys and I appreciate you guys, but hey, this is the end. 1991. You came to my house now. It's been a great run.
Decisions ever. I was obviously going to go to NBC, and a friend of mine, Michael Jackson, says, come to have dinner at Turner to make me look good. And these guys took me out to dinner, and after 5 hours, I had to call the great Dick Ebersol and say, hey, man, I'm going to change my mind. I want to thank Dick Ebersol for making me think about doing television. But I want to thank Mark Lazarus, who hired me, David Levy, my old boss, and Tara August, my best friend. She's been there for me the whole time. I just want to thank every single person who's been at Turner with me the last 25 years. 25 years. Some of these people have had kids. They come see us for their prom. They come back when they graduate college, and now they're bringing newborns in. So if you with people that long, they are your family. And I just want to thank everybody at Turner for the last 25 years. It's been an honor, and I'm grateful and thankful. And also to ESPN, it's going to be an honor and a privilege to work for you guys. You guys are the #1 sports network in history, and I'm excited for it. You guys got some tremendous talents over there. I'm looking forward to co-working with those guys. But like I say, man, I just want to say thank you to the NBA, every coach I've had, every player I played with for giving me this magnificent life that I've had. I am so lucky and blessed. I'm lucky and blessed. And I want to thank TNT. And even though we'll never say TNT Sports again, I want to thank TNT for giving me a magnificent life.
Well, I'll try to keep this brief.
Take your time.
Several years ago, I wrote a book called Unscripted, and I asked people to embrace the unscripted, not fear the unscripted. If I had written the script, the NBA and TNT would be together forever. It's not going to happen. But while I was disappointed and I was sad, I was not bitter. We know how business works. Gratitude is the operative word for me. Grateful that, since 1989, I've been with this company. No matter what you call the company, I'll always be Turner.
Here, been an honor. Chuck, I love you like the older brother that I never had. And if you say something, I will whoop your ass one last time on this show right now. Ernie, you came to my house in 1989, 1991.
Jack, start with you.
I'm the youngest here. It's been a great run. It's been an honor.
Start with you.
I'm the youngest here. It's been a great run. It's been an honor. Chuck, I love you like the older brother that I never had. And if you say something, I will whoop your ass one last time on this show right now. Ernie, you came to my house in 1989, 1991. It's a big honor. It's an honor for me to be sitting up here with you, Kenny. The way y'all embarrassed us in 94, 95, you and Akeem, you taught me what it was to be a champion, and we're a family. I'm glad we're sticking together. And like I said, even though the name changes, the engine is still the same. And to that new network we're coming to, we're not coming to F around. And since it's the last show, I'm gonna say it. We're not coming to F around. We kicking ass, we taking names, and we taking over. Okay? I love you guys and I appreciate you guys, but hey, all right? Let me see that #1 time for the #1 show ever on TV. And we come over to take over that next network too.
Kenny?
It's a tough act to follow. Go ahead, Ken.
Tough act to follow, but it's bittersweet, obviously, not just because us four are moving, but, it's been a history that has been set by all of the people that have laid the groundwork behind the scenes, before the scenes, the game crew, the toss-back crew, Kevin Harlan, who rejuvenated the name The Jet. No one ever called me The Jet until I got back to TNT. Craig Sager, who I shared an office with, who sat down with me one day and said, this could be a career for you if you take this seriously. First person ever told me I was good at it. So miss him, his family. And, like I said, we're going to see each other, but the faces that you're going to miss, that you forget that they're every day of your life. This has just been a magnificent ride. And as Shaq said, we ain't coming to f around.
Well, yeah, listen.
This is one of my channels and I got 5,000 hours of watch time in a couple of months. Now, how would I do this again? But even better. I'd start off by making clickable titles and thumbnails, then make entertaining content that best fits them, not the other way around. Because you want people to stay till the end of the video. So let me tell you how to do that. What I noticed is YouTube will promote longer videos to a larger audience, and most of the time right off the bat. So I recommend making videos longer than 8 minutes to hopefully catch the algorithm's attention.
Here's exactly how many views you need to get to 4,000 watch hours. So 4,000 watch hours breaks down to 240,000 minutes watched. But don't forget, you need more than just 4,000 watch hours. You also need 1,000
Introducing Snowberry, our new raspberry vanilla sparkling spring water. Arrowhead, straight from the West.
Getting to 4,000 hours of watch time sometimes feels impossible, but once you realize what I'm about to tell you, it's actually pretty easy. Now, I've monetized 3 different channels, and I use the exact same strategy on all of them. Now, in this video, I'll show you everything I know on how to hit monetization faster without changing any of your content or spending a single cent on any new equipment. Now, many fake gurus who don't actually know what they're talking about will simply tell you to just increase the length of your videos. But this advice is so outdated and can actually be hurting your channel. So stop listening to those guys and instead listen to these, name it into something like. So what you see here is he basically creates loads of videos about how to grow your YouTube channel. And here we have a full YouTube course for beginners, 6+ hours. So he's got 6.5 hours worth of content in one video. And basically, guys, all this is just an amalgamation of everything he's got here. So he's basically combined all of these videos here that you see into one video. Now he's got 26,000 views on a video that's over 6 hours long. So you can just imagine the amount of watch time he's got from that one video. And all this is, he's just basically bundled up all of his videos into one video. It's literally just that simple. Josie Listings also did this. So she is a travel content creator, and basically she went to China and she did a number of different videos on her trip to China. And what she did at the end was instead of just leaving it there, she bundled all of her China trips together into one video that's 2.5 hours long. So 2 weeks of traveling in China. But then if you scroll down here, you've got all of the different China videos there. So she's basically just repurposed all of these China videos and put them into one China video there, 2.5 hours long, and she's got 169,000 views on this. So that is thousands and thousands are now all of my own videos. So this means that videos there, you've lost them for good. Not going to come back. They're my time for videos in that playlist. This is what this is here. It's just now to click onto. And once they've clicked on one of those new videos there, you've lost them for good. That viewer has now gone somewhere else and they're probably not going to come back. However, here in example 2, you can see that the video suggestions on the right hand side are now all of my own videos. So this means that the viewer can now only see my videos suggested here. So if they finish watching this video or they get bored or want something else, they're much more likely to click onto another one of my videos here and start watching that. So let's say even just 30% of your viewers do this, that's a huge amount of new watch time you're getting instead of having them click onto someone else's video from the previous screenshot you see there. Now you can do this by creating playlists and listing all of your videos in that playlist. This is what this is here. It's just a load of videos that I've included in a single playlist. You can easily create playlists in your YouTube Studio here. Now obviously playlists don't just appear on the home feed when someone first loads up their YouTube app. So you actually have to actively nudge people into a playlist. Now I personally do this by using a call to action in my videos and in my descriptions. I literally just tell my viewers to click on the playlist linked below in the description if they want access to all of my content on how to grow their YouTube channels. And it actually works a treat. The best way to actually do this is to simply just copy the URL from a video in the
had I call my girl and I'm like, Brittany. So I was just skipping through shit. I'm like, so many different things.
Me.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we good. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Until the third or